What's up, riders? Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub, the place where we break down the best motorcycles on the market. And today, we're diving into the 2026 Honda Shadow 750. This cruiser has been a staple in Honda's lineup for decades, blending reliability, comfort, and that classic V-twin character into a package that works for both new and experienced riders. The 2026 model stays true to its roots, while adding some refinements that make it even more appealing for today's riders. We're going to explore everything from its performance to its design, its ride quality, and even its price. So if you're considering this bike, stick around because we're about to find out if the Shadow 750 is the perfect cruiser for you. Right off the bat, let's talk about the engine, because that's the heart and soul of any motorcycle. The 2026 Honda Shadow 750 is powered by a 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin, and this engine is all about delivering smooth, predictable power with that low-end grunt you expect from a cruiser. Honda has fine-tuned the fuel injection system for better throttle response, which means acceleration is more linear and predictable, making it ideal for both city riding and highway cruising. With around 50 horsepower and 47 lb-ft of torque, it's not the most powerful bike in its class, but it doesn't need to be. This is a cruiser built for smooth, laid-back riding, and the power band is tuned to give you plenty of torque right where you need it. One of the biggest improvements for 2026 is the addition of a slipper clutch. This makes downshifts smoother, reducing engine braking and helping to prevent rear wheel hop when you're decelerating quickly. This is especially useful for newer riders who might not have perfected their downshifting technique yet. The bike still features a 5-speed gearbox, and while some riders might wish for a 6th gear for highway cruising, the gear ratios are well spaced, and the 5th gear acts as an overdrive, keeping RPMs low when you're at higher speeds. The exhaust system has also been tweaked to deliver a deeper, throatier rumble. Honda has kept the 2-into-2 setup, and while it's still a little on the quiet side compared to some competitors, it's got that signature V-twin character that makes every ride enjoyable. If you want a bit more volume, there are always aftermarket options, but straight from the factory, this exhaust has a satisfying growl without being obnoxious. Now, let's talk about the ride quality, because comfort is a big deal when it comes to cruisers. The 2026 Shadow 750 features a low seat height of just 26 inches, making it incredibly accessible for riders of all sizes. This low center of gravity also makes the bike feel very stable, whether you're at a standstill or carving through a set of corners. The handlebars are positioned in a natural, slightly pulled-back stance, which works well with the mid-mounted foot controls to create an ergonomic riding position that doesn't strain your back or arms, even on longer rides. The suspension setup has been improved with dual rear shocks that now feature preload adjustability, allowing you to dial in the perfect setup for your weight and riding style. The front suspension consists of 41mm telescopic forks, which offer a good balance between comfort and road feedback. It soaks up bumps nicely, but it's not overly soft, meaning you still feel connected to the road without the ride getting too harsh. Handling on this bike is exactly what you'd expect from a mid-weight cruiser. It's easy to maneuver at low speeds, stable at high speeds, and forgiving for riders who are still getting used to the feel of a larger bike. At just over 550 pounds, the Shadow 750 isn't the lightest cruiser out there, but the weight is well distributed, so it never feels cumbersome. Leaning into turns feels natural. And thanks to the well-balanced chassis, the bike never feels like it's fighting against you when you want to change direction. Braking has seen an upgrade for 2026, with a larger 320mm front disc brake and a dual-piston caliper providing better stopping power. The rear brake remains a drum, which might seem outdated, but it helps maintain that classic cruiser aesthetic while still providing decent braking performance. ABS now comes standard, which is a big plus, especially for new riders or those who plan on riding in wet conditions. Let's move on to design and styling, because this bike is meant to turn heads. Honda has kept the classic Shadow look intact with a teardrop fuel tank, minimalistic fenders, and clean, flowing lines that give it that timeless cruiser appeal. However, for 2026, they've introduced a few modern touches, including full LED lighting for the headlight, taillight, and turn signals. This not only improves visibility, but also gives the bike a more premium look. Another big update is the expanded color palette. Honda is offering the 2026 Shadow 750 in matte black metallic, pearl deep blue, and a striking candy red, all of which look fantastic in different lighting conditions. The engine and exhaust now feature more blacked-out elements, giving the bike a slightly more aggressive, modern look while still maintaining that old-school charm. The instrument panel is still simple and classic, an analog speedometer with a small digital display that shows your fuel level, trip meters, and a clock. It's nothing fancy, but it fits the cruiser aesthetic perfectly. Some riders might have preferred a fully digital setup, but for a bike like this, sometimes less is more. Honda has also introduced an optional touring package for riders who want to take this bike on longer journeys. This package includes a detachable windscreen, leather saddlebags, and a more padded seat, making the Shadow 750 even more versatile. If you plan on doing a lot of highway miles, this package is definitely worth considering. When it comes to pricing, Honda has managed to keep this bike very competitive. The base model starts at around $8,999, which is an excellent price for a bike that offers this level of refinement and reliability. If you opt for the touring package, you're looking at around $10,499. Compared to some of its rivals like the Yamaha Bolt R Spec or the Harley-Davidson Iron 883, the Shadow 750 is one of the best value cruisers on the market. You're getting Honda's legendary reliability, low maintenance costs, and a bike that will run for years with minimal hassle. So, is the 2026 Honda Shadow 750 the right bike for you? If you're looking for a mid-weight cruiser that combines classic styling with modern reliability, comfortable ergonomics, and a smooth, easygoing ride, this bike is hard to beat. It may not have the most power in its class, and some riders might wish for a sixth gear or dual disc brakes, but for what it is, a stylish, dependable cruiser with a relaxed character, the Shadow 750 delivers. If you're a new rider looking for your first big cruiser, this bike is incredibly approachable. If you're a seasoned rider looking for a no-fuss machine that you can ride every day without worry, the Shadow 750 fits the bill. Honda has once again proven that you don't need to spend a fortune to get a quality cruiser that looks great, feels great, and rides great. What do you think? Is the 2026 Honda Shadow 750 on your list of potential bikes? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.